Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrines Google Hangout. I'm your host, Carl Lambert, and you have now entered into our Hangout. And this one is entitled Polight. Israel is Northeast Africa, and Biafran / Igbo fly the RBG flag, and also claim to be Hebrews, claim to be Israelites, claim to be Black Jews. I guess you don't know this. I guess if you know this, you don't understand this. And all you're get understanding. Biblical quote. Very strong wisdom text writings, right? And you don't have wisdom, young man. And I'm speaking as a gray-haired, soon to be 39-year-old. Didn't live life, seen many atrocities and things, right? Meaning that, you know, as you stated before, at a certain age, people should come into understanding the enlightenment and be able to run things like even the United States government or Egypt in the Israelite perspective. You got to be 30 years and older to start dealing with real repercussions of what goes on in a nation or with a people, you know. And if I ain't mistaken, you just 30 something, youngster. You know, I like to talk to you like Tahuti talked to you that day as an elder, you know, in the community, at least an elder to you age-wise, right? You could have been an international spokesperson for the atrocities and issues that fall up under this heading of this title, right? Number one, Biafran and the Igbo, who you claim DNA ties to. And you also got to claim ties to them for us being RBG and flying that flag with the gold crown in the middle, right? These are African people. These are people that's representing the red, black, and green, meaning that they have the Pan-Africanist perspective. And Israel is Northeast Africa. So even if you look at it as hairy for us, the Ashkenazi Khazarian or whatever you want to call them, Jews being in Northeast Africa, you know, even if you look at it that way, you have to deal with the different political, social political, and all other things that go along with this, right? I'm not even trying to get too deep on this, people. I want to, but I say that for a write-up, PowerPoint or something. But man, you could have dealt with all of this. You could have talked about all of this. You could have talked about those issues. Zionism being something that you could have put on trial most definitely as something that has stole the African continent from, or split the African continent in the way that it has to make a Middle East. You know what I'm saying? Palestine and Israel and stuff. You could have dealt with that, which had international undertones. You could have proclaimed that land to be Africans. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, dealing with the international ties, like I said, with the splitting of the borders and different stuff of that land. Then you could have spoke on the behalf of the blacks or the African Americans that believe that that land is theirs for us. They're the children of Abraham, and the Canaanite land is their land. And, you know, whatever the biblical borders of that land is. But you didn't go out to help even the RBG Israelites that falls up under the flag of, you know, Pan-Africanism. That RBG flag is for Pan-Africanism. You didn't go out to help them who don't go out blatantly trying to cause problems and fights with the Kemetic community up there on 125 and stuff like that. You most definitely weren't trying to help, you know, the One West camps that, you know, I started calling Sinetta TV Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? You most definitely weren't trying to help them. What was you trying to help anybody truly that's black in the conversation that you was having, being on a national stage, which people couldn't hear and see what you was presenting on the national stage? So yeah, you'll make your little money selling the DVDs or whatever now, because of all the controversy and hype, the people want to order it and see it, you know. So I guess you made sure Harry couldn't get that live stream out, right? So the people couldn't hear it and see it and narrate what happened or give good commentary on what happened. And if they do, they got to go spend a little money to get the DVD now. I mean, great capitalist mindset. Capitalize on it, you know, but don't cause a problem and then capitalize on it, which I believe that's what you did, bro. But anyway, so being on the international stage, you can produce a quality live stream so the international world could see your scholarship, your work, your academia, because you don't have no scholarship, you don't have no work, and you don't have no academia. The Ra Squad got scholarship, work, and academia that they loan to you. That's what I didn't heard. Now, if you got anything different, then by all means, explain to us how Polight did this work or how his research team did this work. Like when you went on Khalil Mail's show and you was talking about how you done read and how you do this and how you do that, and you put up the Secret Relations and the other book that's supposed to be the opposite of it, and how you understood the geopolitical stances of the world and things of that nature. Polight, you a con artist, man. And the whole world know that now. The whole world know that you're not for the Black Power movement or the Black intellectual movement or whatever you want to call, you know, the rising of the black man. As Marcus Garvey said, rise, you mighty nation. You know, not rise, you mighty continent, you know, but rise, you mighty nation. Who do you think he believed we were as a nation? And what nation did he ride with? Well, we done talked about how Pan-Africanism and Zionism is pretty much the same thing, but coming from the blacks' perspective and coming from the whites' perspective, meaning that Theodore Herzl and you know what I'm saying, Marcus Garvey, two different perspectives, but yet one and the same, because the Bible and the Israelite narrative is that he would take all the scattered of Israel throughout the world and bring them back to the land. See, Polight, you was way above your head. You just wanted, as the people kept saying, an Israelite should have debated them, right? You just wanted to pump in the glory. You wanted to be able to capitalize off this super political matter. Super, I mean, ultimate political matter. As Lexley Vortex was talking about when he was on here, and we was talking about the social political perspectives from a Pan-African point of view, this, that, and the other. You did a terrible job, man. Your scholarship was garbage. That's why you didn't want people to see it. You know, taking a flight to Israel. Who did you see in Israel? What politics did you do in Israel? Do we got to talk about the secret relationship between Polight and the Israelites? Or I mean the Jewish people? How did you so friendly with white people, but yet and still you want to make them bow down and stuff? You get reparations from white people, but still you got to say that they're your enemy and stuff. You can't keep playing both sides of the fence. And then you can't be an agent provocateur in the midst of an international situation like this. Because it's people in Dimona, Israel. It's people in Biafra. You know what I'm saying? It's people that's on that continent that we would call, from this perspective, Africans, because we don't know what nationality or nation they reside in on that continent, that needs our help and our support and our understanding of the global politics of Africa and the raping of, as y'all like to say, Mother Africa and all of that. So, bro, you fail. And then you ignorantly have went about, you know, talking on KTL and other places. You didn't ignorantly went out there and started talking and saying certain things, trying to, once again, get the pump and the glory for being the new Black Power movement, you know, the head of that, running that or whatever. You know, as everybody gathered around you, a black man going against a white man, using the same white supremacy paradigm to capitalize and get you some money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any idea the shitstorm you done caused? The conversation that you put on that stage was way beyond your capabilities, your scholarship, that or even the and Raw Squad, them and stuff, because y'all not looking at the bigger picture. It's greater than you. It's greater than you. But you don't look at the workings of the God of Israel. So you don't understand how all this stuff tie in, how it leaks in, how it should be dealt with. Meaning, once again, you was incapable of handling it. But great job bringing it out. Great, you know, from confusion, you know, we that believe in the Bible, clearly, we believe clarity will come about. People will be able to clearly see what's going on. So, like I said, even Harry played chess with you. See, if you look at a chess match, right, and championship chess with the Russians and this and that, and the Bobby Fishers and the big time chess players, right? You know, we got some black grandmasters out there now too, but I don't think they name hold up to some of them Russians and Bobby and this and that. At least I ain't been paying attention in the chess world like that. You know, I'm a novelist. I'm not a grandmaster in chess. That's on that board. In real life, I think I'm pretty good. But let's check it out, right? He gave you a match. That was a match. That won the championship round for round. He took a round from you. Now, he said he cut it, meaning you put the video footage out, but he confirmed that he cut it. But the question is, what time did he cut out the third round? You controlling the narrative because you control the images, and you didn't give us proper imagery and stuff of what was going on at the debate to see y'all two walk off stage and go in the back room and argue and fight over no third round. I got to go back to Israel. So now what? You control the image. You control the narrative. But the people would have had a little bit more control if you wouldn't have messed up the live stream. Why did we have a blackout on a major event like this on the national stage? But you were still selling the ticket, or you sold a ticket. So when Harry said he believed it was a scheme to get money, I believe it, and others believe it too. So now, once again, the whole community that was mad at you for not having a team and a staff to get certain things from your website off, now, you know what? Some of them should be mad about this live stream, but you know, since you was debating the white boy in the sense of the word, or the white Jew, all sins are forgiven. That's how you atone. That's what you meant by coming up with that title. Polite. Like I said, you done started a shitstorm, man, that I don't think you're gonna be able to recover from. And like I said, I ain't covertly do nothing. I overtly did everything that I did. So, I mean, if you think what I'm saying and the premises that I'm putting down is weak, then by all means address it. Show me why I'm ignorant of the international politics. Show me what Northeast Africa doesn't exist for us, the lines that I'm talking about, being on that tectonic plate. Show me Judaism didn't come out of Africa. Even if you just deal with that Northeast Africa and that tectonic plate. Deal with the politics of those borders. And then show me how you shouldn't be fighting for that part of Africa. And those people that go off the biblical narrative or the Israelite narrative, that's their land and we should be able to go back and occupy it. Now that's a big fight there. Pan-Africanism against Zionism, and that's what you claimed that you wanted to do. But I'm talking about Pan-Africanism and Zionism in the fact that they fighting for that land and that territory, which I done did plenty shows in the past that the Edomites and the Ishmaelites is fighting over Negro land. That's Negro land. That's our land. And we known as the Negro throughout the world, you know, niggas and everything else, every other byword on us lost sheep, who Harry states are lost sheep, right? That's our land. And we should really be over there controlling the politics and things of that nature. And some people that's over there, even from the Ishmaelite and Edomite perspective, like a Harry Rosenberg, thinks or advocate that we supposed to be part of that process over there, reviving that nation, right? But in what sense? What sense of the word is the question. And so that's the big picture. That's the big stage that you was on. And you fail. You fail not understanding, claiming that you're so intelligent, not understanding what stage you was on. What stage you created by calling Zion out to bring a Harry Rosenberg in. Running a Zion out to just deal with a Harry Rosenberg. Even to the point where Sinetta told Tazariak, Israel doctrine said Harry Rosenberg is his brother. And what did your friend on the couch? You know, y'all was sitting on the couch, simultaneously broadcasting on Titans TV and Sinetta TV. Your friend on the couch do. He did his best to cut me out of the debate. Don't let Israel doctrine get on your stage. You know what I'm saying? Don't let him do it. Then y'all probably even sit back and politic why he said that and everything else. To say, man, you want to keep blacks out of this. Even though the question is, can blacks and white people have the same God? Or can black Jews and white Jews, we'll put it like that, serve the same God? People, y'all don't know. Y'all have been bamboozled to the utmost. Y'all have not been enlightened about the true Israelite perspective, the Torah, and how the Torah even plays to the mindset of Pan-Africanism, which this guy said he was representing that. Y'all better come over here and get some knowledge and understanding about what's going on. Because me being, quote unquote, a black Jew or Israelite, black Israelite, you know, I've been called that by some people in the preterist community, but a black Israelite or a black Hebrew, y'all better come listen to me, and then I'm going to bring the white Hebrew or the white Israelite or the white Jew to the table, and we're going to sit down and talk more about this international thing here that's going on. So if you really want to learn something that you can't learn on side of the TV, which have real world, you know, application, then, you know, better come on over here. You better come on over, subscribe, you know, and everything else, you know. So to all the Kemetic people, it ain't no hate for Kemetics over here. You know what I'm saying? The God of Israel sent Joseph down there in the Israelite narrative in a literary perspective to preserve Egypt and his chosen people. You want to learn and know more about it? Subscribe, like I said, and watch the dialogue that's about to take place on this channel, dealing with Israel doctrines, the teachings of the God of Israel. That's what the name means. So I appreciate you, Polight, for fumbling the ball, because now I can pick it up and run with it. You better be glad that I really didn't talk to Harry, and he really didn't want my help in the capacity that he could have got it for us coming up there on that stage and also being a part of his research team, you know what I'm saying? And telling them how to deal with you Harlemites, you know what I'm saying? And you people from 125. So, I mean, he didn't employ me to do so, and I just wasn't gonna beg him to do so. But if we would have went all the way there, ooh, because y'all ain't got what it takes, from the Ra Squad to New Covenant to Black Power Cartel and everybody else that would have stood against the God of Israel that day. Now, the question would be, just I know amongst my Israelite brethren, and how the whole world heard the conversation that it should have been an Israelite going against Harry, a black Israelite. I say it like that, a black Israelite going against Harry, the so-called white Israelite, right? Because then it would have been more of a better conversation about who's the true Jew, or the origins, and how the whole family DNA or whatever works out, right? But at the same time, think about it. If you would have really debated a black Israelite that knew about what was going on in the conscious community, even a Zion Lex. Like I told you before, you don't want to deal with the ones that's foaming at the mouth, sitting behind the computer screen, watching your videos and taking notes and seeing exactly where your weakness at. You don't want to deal with that one. The one that's obsessed with bringing you down. And I believe Zion Lex one of them. You know, I believe myself to be one of them. You know, just sitting back in the cut, waiting for the day. You know what I'm saying? To catch you slipping, and you didn't get caught slipping. And I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to keep making my videos. I'm going to keep talking about the international stuff, meaning some white Jews that's down with the perspective that I'm down with. We're going to be linking and talking, which bring me more into their community, and I'm going to bring them more into our community. Ooh. But y'all can blame it on me if you want to. Just remember, Polight asked Harry Rosenberg to join us in this community and in our community dialogue. Remember, Polight the one that did that. Why? I don't know. Maybe that's the reason he took a trip to Israel. Some reason or another, he went to Israel. See, this is where the conspiracy type stuff come in. Ooh, Polight went to Israel. Did you have to go over there and get circumcised and they have to put their mouth on you? Huh, Polight? Did you have to go get circumcised and they put their mouth on you? Did you have to go over there and get initiated into something so you could even have this conversation and facilitate this type of conversation and do a debacle, a fiasco, have a fiasco in the way you did? or allow you to bring this fiasco to the table. Like I said, what was I, 26 when I went and got circumcised, and wasn't nobody putting their mouth on me. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know, some real live conversation need to happen, take place. You know, and only the real will be standing at the end of the day talking about it in a real way, not in a fake, phony way. So, you know, another thing you said, I'm gonna do my Zion Lex moment. You know, I don't think you did it, but if people really want to try to look and pay attention and think, they got a down in Florida, they got a what is called Holy Land thing down there with TBN. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what the people look like that walk through that Holy Land thing. And I don't know if they got a wall down there in that Holy Land thing. So did you really fly to Israel? I'm gonna do the Zion Lex. So now you got the footage and stuff. Yeah, we see you on a flight. You could have been flying to Florida. So how do we know this? How you gonna prove this? I won't say you green screen nothing, but it's for sure it's a Holy Land in Florida. And I ain't went on the website yet or went down there to see if they got a wall in Florida and see if they got all of that. But I'm just putting it out there, you know, the conspiracy stuff. You got to throw the conspiracy stuff out there to keep the people, you know, engaged and thinking and saying, Then next thing you know, they going on the website looking up the Holy Land down there with TBN and stuff, you know, and seeing if the replicas of what's really in Jerusalem over there. So when it was kind of funny to me that you were saying this is the spot where Jesus died, and this is the spot, and they had this rock in a thing, you know. So for those that can't fly to Israel to see exactly what you're talking about, or those that not even thinking about going to look on the Holy Land site, is seeing if you just went to Florida to the Holy Land museum, theme park or whatever. I don't know, people. It's a lot to look at. It's a lot to think about. How bad has this brother botched this international thing? You know, the Jews gonna say you bought the white man. Now Harry said that you bought the white man in, an actor, to do what you did. Man, that's a shame. Then you're gonna try to justify it and say, well, even if I do that, they didn't have plenty of people, this black people, to do this and that. Oh, so now you're acting like the wicked Jew. You're gonna say they wicked for the things they've been doing over the years, but then you're gonna employ the same thing, meaning that if that's Jewish supremacy power, which falls up on the white supremacy power, then you can only do and use the white supremacist or the Jewish supremacist power tactics to try to get away with something. Well, as the black community look at what they're doing that's wicked, do you think they're going to say, well, Polight was righteous in doing the same thing they did? Boy, you done messed up. No, excuse my French. You done fucked up. I'm just going to say it like that. And I'm going with this. You fucked up, man. Yeah, you have. Truly, you have. Now, can you stand the pain, the rain? You know, love is pain. You ask Ja Rule. So with that, peace. I'm out.